hoisting the main in the anchorage and then advising gale on head to wind. Even with my enthusiastic effort, it takes a long time for the mainsail to reach its maximum height. The mainsail luff is 15 meters. However, the halyard is 2 to 1, so you have to pull 30 meters of halyard to raise the main, giving gale a bit of helming guidance to keep us head to wind. It's tough not being on the boat for so many months and then having to steer it with a tiller. Last few feet, I need the winch to get it done.
We're diving right about now. Dive. Just a little hiccups. And even with my bad driving, you can feel it. And let her load up. And, you know? Look up. There we go. Got a little fishing boat coming, taking our stern. I was hoping for 8 knots. You know, sailors were really big complainers, aren't we? Is before it's still going out, but out's not the world's worst thing for us. So, you know, I would say something like 11:15. We should convert the motorboat. What do you think?
So here we are, motoring into Concarneau, and a tourist boat passes us to starboard. It is lunchtime, and in French marinas, you just grab an open slip during lunch. This is our first time in Concarneau, so we're trying to figure out where the visitor slips are and which one we should take.
Stop there. Oh, what's it doing?
Well, that was a big surprise. The tourist boat unexpectedly cut across our bow. I was forced to stop the boat as quickly as possible. They also do these stop the boat as quickly possible tests in the sailing magazines. Well, this was my first one I did in real life. I also signaled the boat behind us that I had just done an emergency stop. That probably was excessively cautious. Mini crisis over, now it's off to finding a slip.
I had to go faster to get the steer. Yeah, and there's a motorboat like almost all the way down.
Okay.
I think there's a spot next to him.
Oh, this is T-Dock right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But next to him,
Yeah.
there's a red boat, a little boat.
Yep.
A little bit of pressure was added to the situation as another monohull pulled up right behind us, eagerly looking for their own spot in the marina.
Might come in bow first, actually.
I prefer a stern first entry, but this time I stuck with bow first just to get out of the way of the other boat.
I'm looking at right the motorboat there. 17. Okay, you ready for 17 bow first? Oh, we got 2 spots, don't we? You're going for midship is for the best. I know I am. Yep. That's where we're going to be.
I had told Gale we were going to tie up on the port pontoon, but I used the thruster too aggressively and over-rotated the boat, and we ended up on the starboard pontoon. I find I'm more successful at docking when the thruster is an add-on and the rudder is the primary docking tool.
Can you model us the shower bag? Oh my gosh, and it matches your outfit. What's the point of the window in the shower bag?
No.
C'est à la mode.
Okay, I am back, but there was one element of the shower bag that Jason missed, which was that the little zipper has a lighthouse or phare.
This is the block that the 2-to-1 main sheet raises the mainsail up. Okay. Now, let's go look. This block has to be attached to this head of the sail. Well, that seems pretty simple. We're going to learn otherwise. The shackle that holds this block, there is no iteration that gets this thing to come through. I'm left with a system where I'm going to have to use 2 shackles. And the reason for that is Harken has a very proprietary pin size. Somewhere it says Harken. So I've had a lot of great service from Harken, but not the right answer yet. So this is what I came up with. It is the standard Harken shackle, the I think 1518, which does not fit the Harken head. There's an added bow shackle in there, which is rated at 440 kilograms, so I hope that's plenty. Even when I tried to get it, start it in a really bad way, when I raise the halyard, it straightens itself out and works well. So I'm still looking for the real solution to this problem, but right now I'm comfortable going offshore. Worst case is I lose my halyard up the mast and have to sail under Genoa. One of the annoying noises at a marina is when halyards are banging in the mast on a good sized wind. And so they made this term called frapping. Frapping is when you pull a halyard away from your mast. A lot of techniques. I like to use a sail tie, and my sail tie is attached to the stack back that I make a loop so I can tighten up the halyard, and then the halyard is distinctly far from the mast and makes no noise.
So here's a high performance catamaran and such, and I'm looking for the barbecue and other things like that, finding none of that. But what did I see on this boat? Let's zoom and look at the winches. Holy cow! There's a coffee grinder and there's a matching one on port side. What are these French up to with a catamaran? Randonnée means walking, and they have this great map of all these cool walks you can do in the Concarneau area. And so we're conquering a few of them. Which bay are we headed to, Gail?
I think the sardines.
3 sardines, man. Don't leave 2 out. So this path leads to your own personal pint-sized beach. Little small fishing harbor here. This is the beautiful main gate to the old city of Concarneau, where we will be following a lot of musical action. But right next to the old city is, guess what? Our marina. How conveniently located. Some technology which we think is new, soft shackles, might have been around for a long time. Oh, and also using eyes. Looks like that's been around for a long time. Now, if you want to see old sailmaking technology, this guy is it. It was made in 1899 and stopped being used in 1980. And it was for stitching together sailcloth. Here's a really cool diorama, and what it is Life of the Cod Fisherman. And this has to be the 4th or 5th museum we've been to between Canada, Newfoundland, France, Saint-Malo, all these places where the cod fishing was just a huge portion of the life of the people at that time. You ate cod tongues, by the way, if you want to know. I enjoy the sardine can artwork. I also like eating sardines, but not these ones, they're too old. This is inside a fishing ship, and why I don't call it a fishing boat is because it actually holds an entire fish processing factory. I'm currently helming a 1980s fishing vessel. There's the radio directional finder, and that looks like a Loran, and a Telefax. Oh my gosh. this boat is a Giganda, and it caught my eye because I've always wanted to write a book about boats that are unique to a part of the world, and it's a kind of a floating platform in which we saw a lot of them in Brazil and have never seen anything like it since.
So I've been filling up the fuel, and you can see right here it says 93.6. So I'm trying to get a little more fuel in there, but I'm not sure the gauge is dead accurate. So let's go figure out the low-tech version of it. So we're now back in the equipment room. This is one of the things I love about this boat. It's just things are simple. I'm gonna go look at the fuel tank, and I've got a flashlight there to try to help. There's still a little gap between the yellow and the white, and I have a few more liters to put in.
I frequently use a jiggler siphon to fill up my tanks. However, this time it failed as there was not enough fuel in the can. So then I resorted to pouring the fuel into the tank, which resulted in a small fuel spill. What a shocker of a bad day for an easy task.
Step, kick, leap, kick, cut. Again, step, kick, leap, kick, cut. Again, step, kick. Visa, parfois, tais-toi, une fois, j'ai changé. J'ai changé.
This is the world's longest conga line. I kid you not. We went to dinner, and after dinner, the conga line was still going.